because they'll be out and about trying to win the minds of the Indian voter. What's the state of play now that the poll schedule has been announced? I'm Rahul Kanwal and you're watching India Today's live and continuing coverage of the state of war. Let's take you through the headlines. Stage is set for the big semi-final before the 2024 general elections. Poll dates for 5 states out. Madhya Pradesh votes on the 17th of November, Rajasthan on the 23rd, two-phase polls for Chhattisgarh on the 7th and 17th of November. Voting day for Telangana will be the 30th of November, Mizoram the 7th of November. Counting day is the 3rd of December. Israeli forces start a ground invasion against the Hamas, intensify attacks in the Gaza Strip. Over 370 terrorists killed in Gaza. Over 100 Israelis held hostage by Hamas. Horrifying images of families held hostage emerge. Global backing for Israel amid the massive terror attacks. US orders to move a carrier strike group closer to Israel. Elements of support for Palestine across the globe. Rallies in the US, Canada and the UK backing the Hamas. Rally at the Aligarh Muslim University supporting Palestine. As terror attacks on Israel intensify, India Today is the only Indian channel reporting from the war zone. Fearless reportage, exclusive ground reports from Gaurav Sawant and Ashutosh Mishra.
The information that is coming out, that people were massacred, people were abducted, people were taken across, and it's only now that the army has been able to come in large number. Reservists have been called in.
The Election Commission of India has announced the schedule for the 5 upcoming assembly elections for Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Telangana and Mizoram. Madhya Pradesh and Mizoram will go to the polls on the 7th of November, Rajasthan on the 23rd of November and Telangana on the 30th of November. The only state where elections will be held in 2 phases is Chhattisgarh, where polling will be held on the 7th and 17th of November. Meanwhile, the counting of votes will be held on the 3rd of December for all the 5 states. The Election Commission also added that for the upcoming assembly elections in 2023, there are 1.77 lakh polling stations which will be set up across 679 assembly constituencies in these 5 states. To Hemendra Sharma, he joins us from Bhopal. Jai Kishan joins us from Jaipur. Hemendra, to you first. The dates of polling have been announced in a way that it's bang in the middle of the World Cup schedule, very close to Deepavali. What are the initial set of reactions that you're picking up from Madhya Pradesh after the announcement of the election schedule?
Well, 17th is the date for Madhya Pradesh and only 39 days are left. The BJP has got the first move advantage in the sense that they have already released 2 lists. 79 candidates have already been announced. The Congress party has yet to announce their candidates, and it's being expected that they would come out with their first list on the 15th after the Pitru Paksha or the Shraddh period is over. So it will be just about a month that the Congress party would have with it to campaign, and the BJP also has to come out with its remaining list. But in Madhya Pradesh, as we know, in 2018, the Congress party managed to get power in Bhopal, managed to get inside the CM house in Bhopal, but that the government of Kamal Nath could not last long. Only for 15 months the government survived, and after that Jyotiraditya shifted to the BJP, and the BJP was once again passed. So the Bharatiya Janata Party is facing anti-incumbency in the sense that out of the 20 years, the BJP has been in power in the state for 19 years, and of these 19 years, Shivraj Singh Chauhan has been at the helm for almost 18 years. So the BJP is trying to put its best foot forward, claiming that they have put the best candidates. 7 sitting members of parliament have been fielded. These include 3 union ministers, and also National General Secretary Kailash Vijayvargiya has been fielded in the first 2 lists. More surprises are expected, and also there is a buzz going around in Bhopal that Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan might not even contest elections, because he's going around to his Budni constituency asking people whether he should contest elections at the first place or not, and if he's contesting elections, if he should contest elections from Budni or not. So there are these speculations. Also the speculation going around, the buzz going around is that the Shivpuri seat has been vacated by one of the Scindia family members, and Jyotiraditya Scindia could be fielded from there. So interesting days ahead, even though the World Cup is going on and also Diwali is scheduled in between. But this festival that comes every 5 years, I suppose, is more exciting.
Okay, let's go across to Jai Kishan. He joins us from Jaipur in Madhya Pradesh. We've seen the BJP put up a list of candidates twice over. In Rajasthan, give our viewers a sense of your understanding of the state of play. Will we see senior BJP ministers and MPs from Rajasthan also likely be fielded in the assembly elections? Jai Kishan?
Yes, Rahul, definitely many senior leaders of Bharatiya Janata Party, including some central ministers and central leaders, which includes Dr. Kirodi Lal Meena. He might contest election. He's a Rajya Sabha MP and a prominent leader in eastern Rajasthan, where BJP performed badly at last election. Out of 28, BJP only won 1 seat, in that was 2 in Dholpur. Shobha Rani Kushwaha, and she has joined Congress now. So all the seats are with Congress party right now. So BJP may field Dr. Kirodi Lal Meena because he has its impact of the Meena vote bank on 13 seats as of Dausa, Mahua, Karauli, Hindon city and other cities. Now coming back to other leaders, Diya Kumari, Rajsamand member of parliament, she may contest elections from Jaipur city, old city, it may be Kishanpol or Amer. Then it comes to the third seat, which is again one of the most prominent seats, Jodhpur, Sardarpura, Gajendra Singh Shekhawat. He may contest from Pokhran or Sardarpura, which is bastion of Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot. And what we have been hearing from sources is that Vasundhara Raja, along contesting from Jharra Patan, she may contest from Sardarpura, which is bastion of Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot. Arjun Ram Meghwal, Union Minister, he is also likely to contest election from one of the seats from Bikaner, specifically Khajuwala. He comes from the Dalit community, and the Khajuwala seat is dominated by the Dalit voters. Around 52% voters in that particular constituency are Dalit voters. So Arjun Ram Meghwal is Union Law Minister. He may contest from this particular seat. Other than that, Ram Kumar Kaswa, Balak Nath from Alwar, he is member of parliament from Alwar. He may also contest from Alwar West. So these are the prominent leaders, prominent member of parliaments from Rajasthan who may contest elections in the coming time. And very shortly, what we have been picking is that on the first day of Navratra, after the Shraddh Paksh, and BJP may declare its first set of list. But see, in Rajasthan, neither Congress nor BJP has declared their candidates, because both the parties have been hit by factionalism. On one hand, there is Congress, who has 2 factions of Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot. In BJP, there are factions of Vasundhara Raje, Rajendra Rathod, Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, Arjun Ram Meghwal, and as well as there is a silent group of leaders in Delhi, which is dominated by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. CP Joshi, the present BJP president, is said to be of Om Birla, and it was Birla's choice, after which CP Joshi was made president. So BJP is also hit by factionalism. The Vasundhara Raje camp MLAs are unsure whether they will get tickets or not. On the other hand,
so I want to go across to VD Sharma, the state president of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Madhya Pradesh. He's speaking to our colleague right now, and we'll just try and listen in on the BJP's preparations for the Madhya Pradesh election, where 2 sets of candidates have been announced. Two lists have been put out. Let's listen to Ravish Kumar.
शर्मा जी, चुनाव की तारीखों का ऐलान हो गया है। वीडी जी, 17 नवंबर को मध्य प्रदेश भाजपा कितनी तैयार?
मैं चुनाव आयोग को धन्यवाद करता हूं कि 17 नवंबर की तारीख मध्य प्रदेश को दी है। ये ऐतिहासिक दिन होगा मध्य प्रदेश के लिए और भारतीय जनता पार्टी का एक एक कार्यकर्ता 64,523 बूथों पर कार्यकर्ता चुनावी मैदान में उतर गया है और 17 तारीख को वो इतिहास बनाएगा इस मध्य प्रदेश के अंदर, क्योंकि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में मध्य प्रदेश की हमारी सरकार ने हमारे मुख्यमंत्री के नेतृत्व में जो काम किया है, ये काम विकास और गरीब कल्याण के आधार पर इस चुनाव में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ऐतिहासिक बहुमत से विजयश्री हासिल करेगी। मैं मध्य प्रदेश की जनता से अपील भी करता हूं कि विकास और गरीब कल्याण की ये लगातार सतत जारी रहे। इसके लिए जनता जनार्दन पुनः भारतीय जनता पार्टी को फिर इस बार भाजपा सरकार को आज मत देने का काम भारतीय जनता जनार्दन करेगी, ये मेरे पूर्ण विश्वास।
लेकिन 7 तारीख बहुत जल्दी कर दी, राजस्थान वगैरह में तो बहुत लेट है।
अरे देखिए, कोई तारीख लेट नहीं होती है, सब तारीखें अच्छी होती हैं, समय है। और भारतीय जनता पार्टी तो 365 दिन 24 घंटे काम करती है, तो इसलिए 365 दिन 24 घंटे में भारतीय जनता पार्टी इतिहास बनाएगी।
कितनी सीट?
अब की बार भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार सर्वाधिक अभी तक की सीटें भाजपा जीतेगी।
कांग्रेस के नाम का पता है? आपको क्या लगता है?
खेल खत्म है, ये अभी तक घोषणा नहीं कर पाए।
तो ये थे मध्य प्रदेश भाजपा के अध्यक्ष वीडी शर्मा, जिन्होंने आज तक से एक्सक्लूसिव बातचीत की है मध्य प्रदेश और मध्य प्रदेश समेत तमाम चुनावी राज्यों में चुनाव की तारीखों के ऐलान के बाद। कैमरामैन अमरीश के साथ रवीश पाल सिंह, भोपाल, आज तक।
Okay, that's the BJP Madhya Pradesh president talking about the party's preparedness. Remember, you've got a chief minister who is highly unsettled at this time. He himself not certain of whether he'll be contesting, where will he be contesting from. Multiple other leaders have been put in the fray. RP Singh from the Bharatiya Janata Party now joins us. We've also got Sushita Pal from the Congress. I want to go across to Sardar RP Singh first. Let's start with Madhya Pradesh because, make no mistake, that's the biggest state in contention in this assembly election. Now, when you've got a chief minister who's going around asking people should he contest, very clearly it's not certain whether or not he's going to contest. He himself is a bit unsettled, and therefore does that then make things complicated as you go in? The man at the helm of the BJP ship in Madhya Pradesh uncertain of his own future, RP Singh.
Well, that's your perspective that he's unsettled or he is not very sure. He is very sure and he is going to be contesting election and will be the chief minister's face also. Be sure on this. And also, and that can be part of his political strategy that he's asking people whether I should contest or not. I mean, just to provoke people to ask him to contest, and there's a way to take further the political agenda. So this can be part of this political strategy, but you should not think at all that he is not contesting or he is in doldrums. I mean, he is surely going to contest and he is going to the chief minister's face also.
Okay, I want to go across to Sumi Rajapan. She is with Dr. Raman Singh, the former chief minister of Chhattisgarh. Let's listen to the Chhattisgarh chief minister from the Bharatiya Janata Party. It's quite clear he will not be projected. The BJP making it clear that they've got new leaders, Arun Sahu, the likes of O.P. Chaudhary, who are being made to contest. They're being projected more prominently than the chief minister. But he's been chief minister thrice over, and here is Raman Singh speaking to India Today's Sumira Japan.
और भारत का सूर्य पूरे विश्व भर में एक नई
Okay, I'm told that there's some connectivity issues with that line from Raipur. Give us a moment. We will go back to that. In the meanwhile, let me go across to Sujata because we haven't seen the Congress put out its list of candidates yet. Whether it is Chhattisgarh or Madhya Pradesh, the BJP has stolen an edge. In Karnataka, one of the reasons why the Congress's campaign gained some momentum was because you were able to clarify much earlier than the BJP who your candidates would be. Why is the Congress not being able to declare its candidates for these assembly elections?
There's nothing like that, Rahul, because every state is different. But as far as the 5 states that we are going into, we know very well what the people of this country are looking at and what they are. What they have felt, because in Madhya Pradesh you saw how the government was brought down, and I'm really amused by the BJP president of the state of Madhya Pradesh saying that we are going to come back. No, the last time you did not get as many seats as we did. We formed the government and you brought the government down, and this time they are having to field 8 of their MPs. That itself shows that they are in a bad state, and that is why this time it is not on the name of Mr. Modi that they're going to contest elections. Whereas, as far as the Congress party is concerned, we've been with people, and on a recent visit to the state of Madhya Pradesh, I also saw how the women groups were really upset with the way things were happening, whether it was the self-help groups or the Anganwadi workers or the Asha workers. The youth of Madhya Pradesh have been under attack by this government. They don't have any jobs. And Mr. R.P. Singh saying that this could be part of the strategy that Mr. Chauhan is asking whether he should contest. He should also answer why is it that Mr. Kailash Vijayvargiya has been saying I'm not interested in contesting elections, but he is being forced to contest elections. And if you're having to bring in your parliamentarians, you're making a fool
Sardar
out
R.P.
of
Singh,
yourself
when
as well
Kailash
as
Vijayvargiya goes around on camera speaking to the press, speaking to his own supporters, saying "Mera man to nahi tha contest karne ka," what's the message that's being sent out? Because you fielded him. It's like, if I look at the cricket match yesterday, it's like sending somebody out to bat, and that batsman saying, "Meko to batting karne ka man nahi tha, lekin jabardasti karke bhej diya gaya." It doesn't convey the right kind of energy and message.
Well, Rahul, at times reluctance is also a part of poll strategy, and then it pushes people to vote for you. Let's understand this. Don't underestimate Kailash Vijayvargiya. He's a very old hand and a very seasoned person. So whatever he is saying, he will be saying with a right intention and with a calibrated plan.
Okay, we're getting some reactions from Jyotiraditya Scindia, Union Minister. He comes from the Gwalior-Chambal belt. Many of his supporters switched over from the Congress to the BJP, a show of strength for him, and also his own political pride at stake in the Madhya Pradesh elections this time round. Let's listen to Jyotiraditya Scindia.
सबसे बड़ा दान और सबसे बड़ा हक मतदान का होता है, और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि हमारे पांचों प्रदेश के मतदाता भगवान स्वरूप होता है। उनका विकास और प्रगति के प्रति, देश के वर्चस्व के प्रति प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सेवा, सुशासन और गरीब कल्याण की नीति के आधार पर पूर्ण आशीर्वाद भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ रहेगी।
राजस्थान में हमने अपने 3 कैंडिडेट्स का तो अनाउंस कर चुके हैं, और तेलंगाना का भी अनकरीब में कर देंगे, और हम पूरा ताउन करेंगे कि इलेक्शन पीसफुल हो और सही इलेक्शन स्पिरिट में हो। हमने ये बात जब इलेक्शन कमिश्नर ऑफ इंडिया के तीनों कमिश्नर आए थे, चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर से भी हमने ये कहा था कि हमारी पार्टी की तरफ से पूरा ताउन होगा और हम चाहेंगे कि इलेक्शन फ्री एंड फेयर हो।
Go across to Madhya Pradesh, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan. He's speaking at this moment. Let's listen to what he has to say.
जो प्रदेश का और जनता का भविष्य तय करती है, तो सभी मतदाता भाई और बहन इस चुनाव में बढ़ चढ़कर भाग लें, उत्साह के साथ भाग लें। मैं राजनीतिक दलों से ये अपील करना चाहता हूँ कि मध्य प्रदेश शांति का टापू है, शालीनता का प्रतीक है। इसलिए चुनाव हम जरूर लड़ें, लेकिन चुनाव लड़ते समय हम व्यक्तिगत आरोप, प्रत्यारोप उनसे बचें। ये शत्रुता नहीं है, तो विचारधाराओं का संघर्ष है। कौन सी पार्टी आनी चाहिए, सब शालीनता के साथ बड़प्पन से अपनी अपनी बात कहे, सरकार अपनी बात कहे, प्रतिपक्ष अपनी बात कहे, और बहुत अच्छे माहौल में मध्य प्रदेश का चुनाव हो, ये मेरी सबसे अपील है। कैसा रहेगा?
That's the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister. I want to go across to Aishwarya Paliwal, who's reporting from the Election Commission office. Aishwarya, this was always going to be tricky for the Election Commission to schedule. There's Dussehra, there's Diwali, there is the World Cup semi-final, finals. You have to find these dates in the midst of everything else that's happening. You've been speaking to your sources in the Election Commission. What are they telling you about their rationale and their thinking in the schedule that's actually been laid out?
Well, one of the things, Rahul, that the Election Commission made sure of was to, make sure that the security arrangements, because that has been a big problem for them. In fact, the Election Commission has now also made separate teams to keep an eye on social media. So all those things were being kept in the mind, and the Commission also very clearly knew that they need to complete the elections by the first week of December. So keeping all these things in mind, the schedule has been made. Separate teams, in fact, fact-finding teams, Rahul, this time have been made inside the Election Commission. They will be making sure that the parties and the candidates do not flout any MCC rules, not only on the ground but also on social media this time. Rahul.
Okay, it's interesting that they're saying that whether or not social media rules are flouted, we will see in some time. What we're going to do right now is slip into a very quick break. When we come back, we'll have a lot more for you. We'd look at how the state of play is shaping up in each of these election-bound states. We'll have some ground reports. We'll also look at what the data is telling us about how things are poised at this moment. Remember, through the political stock exchange, India Today is tracking every change in voter mood in all the election-bound states. And that depth of analysis, insights available only through our reportage and coverage on India Today. We'll continue on the other side of a very quick break. Back in a moment. Stay with us.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
शिवसेना हमारी नेचुरल एलाय है, राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस ये हमारी पॉलिटिकल एलाय है।
इलीगल सरकार बैठी हुई है, वो सत्ता में जयते हैं। अगर सत्य बोलो तो डराते हैं, धमकाते हैं। ऐसे देश नहीं चलता है।
राष्ट्रपति शासन लगाने का आइडिया ही शरद पवार जी का था।
No question is going with BJP.
In 2022 June, the NCP MLAs, all 51, our desire at that time was to join a BJP-led government in Maharashtra.
All the allegations made against the NCP were politically motivated.
Alia Bhatt, Katrina Kaif, Tamanna Bhatia, and many more. Everyone swears by this, dunking their faces into big bowls of icy cold water and doing what is known as an ice water facial. The idea, get rid of puffiness and get a glowing skin.
Reduction in the puffiness of eyes, puffiness of face, pores become smaller, redness gets lesser, the burning sensation on the face can be reduced, and also that flushed feeling gets a little lesser.
From reducing inflammation to dealing with open pores, this is the latest beauty hack, and celebrities swear it has helped them achieve a glowing skin. So how does this work? When you apply ice to your skin, it narrows blood vessels, toning up the face.
There's a little bit of vasoconstrictions, that is reduction in the blood flow, which makes a face less flushed, so it looks less red. That burning sensation gets calmer because the nerve.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
While the Hollywood loves some of the ice clinical, medical grade skincare, it is a luxury buy for your skin due to the high price points. Fire and Ice Facial is trending too. Follow this process. Always cleanse, treat, heal and protect. That's so 2023. Speaking of protect, sunscreen is super important. The ones with silicone with the PA+++++, that is 4 pluses are key.
A more powerful PA means your sunscreen is also equally powerful. So if you are buying a PA triple plus or PA 4 times plus, it means your sunscreen is giving you optimal safety against UV rays.
But hang on, a sunscreen is not just enough. What about the blue lights? These cause severe damage and age the skin. Hence, you can add a blue light protector just before your sunblock, like a Caro oil. That is Skincare 2023 for you.
The carrot oil or the Caro also has antioxidant properties for anti-aging, for smoothing the skin, for improving the quality, the texture, the shine in the skin. And it beautifully blends with this, is absorbed by the skin and cuts the blue light.
Net, some of the best brands for skincare are the ones that are medical grade, gentle yet effective. Always speak to your doctor and get prescriptions. Our picks for the most effective skincare for Indian skin in the luxury range include Ice Clinical, FCL, Sesderma and Bioderma. In the affordable range, Cetaphil and Sebamed. In New Delhi, Chethi Narula for Lifestyle Bureau India Today.
In case you're just tuning in, let's take you through the poll schedule that's been put out by the Election Commission in a press conference this afternoon. The Election Commission has announced that the first phase of elections in Chhattisgarh will be held on the 7th of November, then the 17th of November. On the 7th of November, you'll have 20 seats. On the 17th, the remaining 70 seats will go to polls. After that, in Madhya Pradesh, polling will be held in one phase on the 17th of November. In Mizoram, polling will be held on the 7th of November in a single phase. In Rajasthan, polling will be held on the 23rd of November. In Telangana, polling will be held on the 30th of November. Counting for all these states will be held on the 3rd of December. So 3rd of December becomes the big day. Remember, Diwali this year is on the 12th of November, the Dussehra on the 24th of October, the World Cup semi-finals. The first one on the 15th of November in Mumbai, the second one on the 16th of November in Kolkata. So if the second semi-final goes into a reserve day for any reason, that will clash with the Madhya Pradesh elections and also the elections in the second phase of Chhattisgarh. So all those permutations and combinations, a very complex, delicate balancing act this by the Election Commission. I want to go across to Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, senior BJP leader from Rajasthan, Union Cabinet Minister, speaking at this time to my colleague Himanshu Mishra.
हमारे साथ बातचीत करने के लिए केंद्रीय मंत्री गजेंद्र सिंह शेखावत जी, चुनावों की तारीख के ऐलान हो गया है और 23 नवंबर को जो है राजस्थान में जो है मतदान होगा, इसको पूरी तरीके से कैसे देखते हैं?
ये चुनावों के तारीख का ऐलान नहीं है, इस सरकार के जाने की अंतिम तिथि का ऐलान हो गया है। चुनाव यदि 23 नवंबर को हो, चुनाव उसके पहले हो और उसके बाद हो, राजस्थान की जनता ने कांग्रेस पार्टी को भगाना और पूरी तरह से सत्ता की कुर्सी से नीचे उतार करके पटकना, रौंदना, पददलित करना, इसका मानस पहले से बनाया हुआ है। सिर्फ दिन गिन करके राजस्थान की जनता आज के इस तिथि की घोषणा का इंतजार कर रही थी।
मुद्दे क्या क्या रहेंगे आपके?
बेरोजगारी, भ्रष्टाचार, महिलाओं की असुरक्षा, किसानों की वादा खिलाफी, तुष्टीकरण, ये 5 ऐसे मुद्दे हैं जिन्होंने राजस्थान की वर्तमान कांग्रेस सरकार के मुंह पर इतनी कालिक पोती है कि जादूगर की जादूगरी जो है उस कालिक को पहुंचने में ही अपन जो है वो समाप्त हो जाएगी।
कितनी सीटें इस बार देखते हैं आप विधानसभा चुनाव में भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मिलेंगी?
200 सीटें देखता हूँ कि 200 सीटों पर हम चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं और 200 की 200 सीटों पर कमल खिले। आज हम पूरी प्रतिबद्धता के साथ उस पर जुटे हैं।
2013 में जो सीटें मिली थी 168
सीटें मिली थी, इस बार वो आंकड़ा टूटेगा, इसके लिए मैं पूरी तरह से विश्वस्त हूँ।
सर एक चीज है, मध्य प्रदेश में जो मुख्यमंत्री हैं आपकी पार्टी के शिवराज सिंह चौहान, वो फ्रीबीज की कई चीजें अनाउंस कर रहे हैं, पार्टी आपकी उसके खिलाफ है। राजस्थान में आप ऐसी कोई घोषणा नहीं कर रहे हैं, वो चाह रहे हैं कि फ्रीबीज के सहारे ही चुनाव जीत लिया जाए। पार्टी दो अलग अलग राज्यों में अलग अलग स्ट्रेटेजी के तहत।
ठीक है, मैं मध्य प्रदेश पे कोई टिप्पणी नहीं करना चाहता, मैं तो मेरे राज्य में जानता हूँ। 4.5 साल तक अशोक गहलोत सरकार पूर्णतया विफल रही। 2013 में भी उनकी नीति यही थी। अंतिम 3-4 महीने में कई सारी घोषणाएं की गई, जिन घोषणाओं का कोई आधार नहीं था, न उसके लिए कोई बजटीय आवंटन था, न उसके लिए किसी तरह की व्यवस्था थी।
पिछले 2 दशक
राजनीतिक लाभ के लिए आनन फानन में पिटारे खोलने की कोशिश की गई। देखिए, जनता है, सब जानती है, पहचानती है।
पिछले 2 दशक में पहला ऐसा चुनाव है जब भारतीय जनता पार्टी अपने मुख्यमंत्री पद के उम्मीदवार को घोषित करके नहीं जा रही है। वसुंधरा राजे 2003 में, 8 में, 13 में, 18 में रही। इस बार ऐसा क्या हो गया पार्टी को कि पार्टी को लगता है कि कलेक्टिव लीडरशिप ज्यादा प्रभावी रहेगी?
2015 के उत्तर प्रदेश के चुनाव में मुख्यमंत्री का चेहरा माननीय योगी आदित्यनाथ जी थे।
17 का सर, लेकिन अलग स्ट्रेटेजी थी। मैंने राजस्थान की,
हर बार राजस्थान में एक ही स्ट्रेटेजी रही आवश्यक है? स्ट्रेटेजी परिस्थितियां, हालात, व्यवस्थाओं के तहत बदलती रहती हैं।
एक अंतिम सवाल आपसे, मध्य प्रदेश में क्योंकि 7 सांसदों को चुनाव लड़ाया गया, उनमें 3 मंत्री हैं, क्या ये माना जाए गजेंद्र सिंह शेखावत इस बार विधानसभा में जो है अपनी ताल ठोकेंगे?
वो जो 7 मंत्रियों को चुनाव लड़ाया गया है, माननीय नरेंद्र सिंह जी तोमर, आदरणीय प्रहलाद सिंह जी पटेल, इन 7 में से किसका ये व्यक्तिगत निर्णय था?
पार्टी का।
किसी का व्यक्तिगत निर्णय नहीं था, पार्टी का निर्णय था, पार्टी के आला कमान का निर्णय था, पार्टी के पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड का निर्णय था। लेट द पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड डिसाइड। आप और मैं दोनों उसकी चिंता क्यों कर रहे हैं? पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड जब निर्णय कर लेगा, जो निर्णय करेगा, हम सब लोग मिलकर के उसके लिए
कहेगी कि सरदारपुरा शहर सीट से अगर आपको लड़ना है अशोक गहलोत के खिलाफ, तो आप तैयार हैं?
मुझे नहीं, राजस्थान भारतीय जनता पार्टी के परिवार में 1 करोड़ लोग हैं जो राजस्थान भारतीय जनता पार्टी में प्राथमिक सदस्य भी हैं, राजस्थान के वोटर हैं। उनमें से किसी को भी अगर पार्टी कहेगी तो वो तैयार होगा और हम सब उसके लिए तैयार होंगे।
जी, ये थे गजेंद्र सिंह शेखावत, कैमरामैन कृपाल सिंह, हिमांशु मिश्रा।
Okay, so let's spend some time trying to understand the state of play in these 5 poll-bound states. I'm joined on India Today at this time by 2 of the country's leading psephologists, Yashwant Deshmukh, who heads up C-Voter. We've got Dr. Sanjay Kumar, who is with CSDS Lokniti. So I want to start with Madhya Pradesh, which is where the biggest elections will be fought, because this is where Kamal Nath and the Congress think that they were wrongly deprived, and therefore they are going all out to try and win Madhya Pradesh back. So we'll spend a few minutes with Madhya Pradesh. I'm calling up on the screen right now the latest opinion poll data by Yashwant Deshmukh's team for Madhya Pradesh, which seems to suggest at this moment, Yashwant, that the Congress has its neck in front, not by very much. Also, the fact that the BJP has come up with the Ladli Bahina scheme, they've reduced the prices of LPG, some of these freebies, the revadies decried ordinarily by the Prime Minister, seem to have helped the BJP recover some lost ground. That's the state of play at this moment. How do you see the election shape from here in Madhya Pradesh? Yashwant Deshmukh.
Well, one thing is sure that we are going to see a lot of keener contests everywhere, Rahul. The number crunching is still going on, so I would like to wait for the final results for me to have a look at them and then comment on them. But largely speaking, when we did the last round, it was very clear that on the few states, the state anti-incumbency sentiment was building up well, barring the state of Chhattisgarh, and that remains to be seen. What is even more important for me to observe and see if there is any different trend that is emerging in Telangana, because post the victory of Congress in Karnataka, they were quite upbeat as far as Telangana state was concerned. Telangana was supposed to be BJP's second state in the south, as their aggression was in the last few years. It remains to be seen how this plays out, whether Congress displaces BJP as the principal opposition, how much damage the TRS gets. So that is also a very important state to observe. And of course, people don't talk about much in the Northeast in the national elections, but Mizoram is all important state to observe. Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, these three states will be updating and having a look at that, whether the trends have changed from our last round,
okay,
or whether they are...
So we will have the next round of polling done by C-Voter out across India today in the next few days as Yashwant and his team compile those data sets for us. Sanjay Kumar, on Madhya Pradesh, there is a sense of fatigue which is visible in the numbers with the government of Chief Minister Shivraj Singh. However, after being in power for more than 16 years, it is only inevitable that there will be a certain amount of anti-incumbency. The question is, with all these new ideas, fielding MPs, ministers, trying to shake things up in Madhya Pradesh, whether the BJP will be able to stir the pot enough to get rid of the anti-incumbency, or do you think anti-incumbency is built up to a level that Kamal Nath this time will be able to lead the Congress to power in Madhya Pradesh? What's your reading?
Rahul, my own reading is that there is no strong anti-incumbency against Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Yes, but you use the word fatigue. Fatigue is the right word to be used. What is happening, what I see on the ground in Madhya Pradesh. Fatigue, in a Hindi word, I want to use uban, in a sense, just a desire for change. Enough is enough. बहुत हो गया, बहुत लंबे समय रहे. So, but strong anti-incumbency, I strongly differ that there is no strong anti-incumbency, but there is a fatigue and there is a desire among the voters that let's change. It has been too long. And I think Shivraj Singh Chauhan has been able to make a recovery. If I look at what has happened during last 8 to 10 months, if elections were held 1 year ago, I think my own reading was that Congress was much ahead. But I think Shivraj Singh Chauhan has been able to make inroads, make a comeback.
And do you think in that context, the BJP's strategy of not projecting Shivraj Singh Chauhan, adding so many other faces, actually takes away some of that fatigue, the thakan that you speak about, because voters also may start thinking that maybe Shivraj won't be the face, and therefore, if they vote for the BJP, somebody else may have a chance this time and it won't be the Mamaji?
No, absolutely. It is a good strategy if I look at from BJP's point of view, that it takes away some of the fatigue among the voters because they are looking for a change.
Okay. From Madhya Pradesh, let's go across to Telangana. Yashwant Deshmukh spoke of Telangana. Telangana is the one state where the BRS was seen as being in the lead. We'll have the poll data out for you. The BRS was seen as being in the lead. However, after the Karnataka victory of the Congress's fortunes have been bolstered, even though current data seems to suggest, Yashwant, that there still is a reasonably substantial gap between the K. Chandrasekhar Rao government and the Congress. Why has the BJP's vote share fallen from where they'd reached in previous polls? And do you think the BRS is likely to be able to maintain the edge enough to go across the finishing line, or is the Congress's campaign gaining adequate momentum to actually be able to beat the BRS? Yashwant?
I was not able to hear to your word. Last there was some audio issues. Can you just repeat the
question? So my question, Yashwant, was on Telangana, where it seems there is visible anti-incumbency against the BRS government, and remember, of the 5 trackers that we're running, the maximum anti-incumbency is visible against the government in Telangana. Point number 2, the BRS still has a pretty substantial edge in the state of Telangana, with the Congress coming in at second, but with a fair 4 to 6% vote share gap. So the question is, will the BRS be able to maintain the lead, or do you think the Congress's campaign is gaining momentum that as we come closer to polling, the Congress may ultimately be able to triumph? Or do you think it's much too late in the day because their campaign really started in all earnest after the Karnataka results came out?
If I remember correctly, in our MOTN poll for the India Today, we had clearly said that the Telangana mood is changing big time, and the vote share at that point of time, the way we have calculated, clearly shown that Congress is on the uprise over there. Whether the same uprise can be seen even in the assembly election, that remains to be seen, number one. Number two would be very important to see what kind of strategy the ruling party adopt, because we know for sure the CM has been pulling this election purely on his popularity for last two rounds, but there was a certain degree of welfare schemes coming into the play as far as Telangana was concerned. But having said that, we have also seen in the MOTN survey of India Today that the anger against the micro level, anger against the state level and the CM has been actually on higher than the anger against at the top. So it was an inverted pyramid of sorts in that way as far as Telangana was concerned, which was coming out to be very different from all other states.
Okay,
so,
and also remember that in Telangana there was a growing sense, as I welcome Shehzad Poonawala of the Bharatiya Janata Party, that the BRS and the BJP were fighting in tandem. No matter what the BJP says in public and officially, in Telangana, the subterranean sense was that there seems to be some kind of a fixed match. It is to counter that perception very strongly that the Prime Minister at his last rally in Telangana said very clearly and in public that K. Chandrasekhar Rao actually wanted to join the NDA and wanted to come on board. Remember, the BRS denies this very strongly. They're in fact saying after this, nobody will want to speak to the Prime Minister in public because how can he go and make these claims in public? This is electioneering, and because the Prime Minister meets people in confidence, he ought not to be making claims about what they said in private. Now, Shehzad, can you explain the BJP strategy as you see it in Telangana? This statement from the Prime Minister revealing what purportedly happened during a private conversation.
Rahul, if you'll indulge me just for 45 seconds, I'll explain the situation in Telangana. Rahul, in 2018, the BJP was at a mere 7%, one assembly seat we had won. But after that, because of the policies of Prime Minister Modi and the kind of opposition we put to these Nizami parties, all of these parties have the same mindset. Family first, corruption first, Bhrashtachar first, Tushtikaran first. These are the combination of parties, whether it's OVC, family first, Tushtikaran first, whether it's Congress, family first, corruption first, whether it's BRS, corruption first, family first. BJP was the only alternative, and therefore by 2019 we secured a 20% vote share, 4 Lok Sabha seats. Then in the GHMC elections, we became the number 2 party, we became the foremost challenger. Then in the bypolls that took place, Dubakka and Huzurabad, we won those bypolls, and in Munugoda, the Congress has been relegated to 3rd position. We are the ones challenging the BRS. We are the ones who fight on the streets, whether it's Bandiji or now G. Kishan Reddy, against the corruption of the first family of BRS. We are the ones who call out their appeasement politics. We are saying we will do away with Muslim reservation. The Congress is not taking position on this, and in fact the Congress, BRS and OVC are so much in link that they do not even say congratulations on the day of Hyderabad Liberation Day. All 3 of them, none of them wished on Hyderabad Liberation Day. All 3 of them want Muslim reservation, which is against the principles of Ambedkar ji.
Okay.
All 3 of them have had anti-Andhra, anti-Telangana policies, and therefore we are the ones fighting these people, and therefore there is a growth of the BJP, which you will see in this election. What we had started with 7% vote, you will be very surprised. There will be Bhagya, changing of Bhagya Nagari in Hyderabad.
Sujata Paul, the data from Telangana suggests the Congress's fortunes relative to the last election have seen an upswing, but there still is a gap between the Congress and the BRS, which essentially means that you really woke up after the Karnataka elections. If your party had been active before the Karnataka results came out, you probably would have had a good chance. This is exactly like Gujarat 2017, where when the writing is on the wall, you suddenly read it. Before that, you simply don't have the ability to join the dots and start building a campaign. You've now started trying to set up your party's campaign in Telangana a little late.
No, not at all, and ever since we've got our new party chief in Telangana, he has been working really hard and working on the ground. If you actually check out, even Google it out, you'll see how, the kind of work he and his team has been doing all across Telangana. Telangana has a whole lot of issues, especially related to farmers, and they have not found a solution to that because we all know that they depend on monsoons for irrigation. Now, that is not the solution for farmers, and there are a whole lot of other issues. I'm not going into details about that. And if you heard what the BJP spokesperson said right now, he's only indulging in whataboutery. He doesn't even know what the issues of Telangana are. When you talk about BRS has been Bharatiya Janata Party's Rishtedar Samiti, and people have realized it. And today the mood is against Mr. Modi. If you look at any state, the BJP has been going into electioneering with Modi ji's name. But now they are talking about something else, about the Kamal ka Phool. But in Telangana, wasn't it Mr. Modi who said that what will happen to the minorities? He suddenly started questioning.
So I want to go across to Nagarjun Dwarkanath. He is heading our coverage in Telangana. Nagarjun, you saw the Karnataka campaign, and the question is, how will Telangana be different? We've got Dr. Sanjay Kumar from the CSDS as well. Telangana is the one big southern state where the BJP was hoping to make inroads after Karnataka. From the highs of the Hyderabad Municipal Corporation elections to now, the BJP's campaign seems to have come off the rails to some extent. Now, the Prime Minister, JP Nadda, Home Minister Shah, trying to infuse some energy into it. Do you think it's now, at least in the short term for this assembly election, got derailed, or can they still bring it back on track? Sanjay Kumar.
Rahul, my own sense is that if I look at how elections are unfolding in Telangana, my own reading is that we know the winner in this election, and the winner is going to be the BRS. It's only a question of how big the victory would be, or how small the victory is going to be. The real interest is about number 2 and number 3, and I'm getting a sense that I'm slightly getting a clearer picture that it is Congress which is going to be number 2, but a distant number 2. I don't see, even if Congress has gained some momentum going by some of the opinion poll data which has been released by various people, but I don't get a sense that Congress will be moving in such a fast pace that they will be able to overtake the BRS. So it is a state, I think, where, in my opinion, the winner is already decided. It is the BRS which is going to retain power in Telangana.
Remember, the BRS won very big last time, so even if other parties try and catch up, they may reduce the gap. You're saying that it's unlikely that the trend itself will change. Nagarjun Dwarkanath heads up our coverage in Telangana. He's joining us now. From there, Nagarjun, you saw the Karnataka campaign. What are the similarities and dissimilarities that you see? And when you interact with voters, pundits across the state, what sense do you pick up building up to the Telangana elections?
Well, post the Karnataka elections, the morale in Congress party has completely changed. In fact, 2 months back or 3 months back, if you spoke to the leaders here, they would not believe that they were even coming close second, and it was not a game at all. But now, if you go to the Gandhi Bhavan here, the Congress office, there's action going on. People have a sense of feeling that they're almost close to the finish line if they can get their act together. The guarantee scheme, they feel that it's working well, especially the price rise of cylinder. The Congress here has announced that subsidy rate and 500 rupees per cylinder would be given. So that is a big hit here among rural people, as well as the women, 2,500 rupees for every household for every woman. That also is seen success, is what the Congress insiders are saying. While the BRS is saying Mr. KCR is more like the Prime Minister himself. One-man show where if he comes to the marketing and campaigning that day, it's his day, is what the BRS party feels. So largely they are depending on KCR to come campaign in 80 odd seats in the next 1 month so that they can cross the finish line. Insiders in the BRS feel that there is certain level of anti-incumbency for the MLAs, but the image of KCR still remains intact because since day one, he's been given welfare schemes. Raita Bandhu, Dalit Bandhu schemes have been tremendous hit here in Telangana with the 2 BHK flats also. But what has set the cat among the pigeons, Rahul, is the Prime Minister's explosive statements that Mr. KCR wanted to join the NDA. Now minorities had consolidated towards BRS in the last election. With this message from the Prime Minister and the statement, there's a ripple effect within the community that should they go with BRS, should they go with MIM, or should they go with Congress? While MIM is only contesting in a small pocket of Hyderabad, the parliament constituency, 8 to 7 seats, but the rest of the Telangana, the Muslim community had voted for BRS. Can the Congress take away at least 40% of it? If that is the situation, Congress really is in game, is what the Congress insiders feel so.
Okay, the Congress insiders think they're in the game, but it's a game which is skewed currently in favor of the BRS because they have an advantage at the starting point. Will they be able to catch up? And the BJP sending a strong message through the Prime Minister that they're wanting to break this notion of the BRS and the BJP being in some kind of a shadow alliance. I'm going to slip into a very quick break right now. When we come back, we'll look at Rajasthan, we'll look at Chhattisgarh, and then finally at Mizoram. So we've dealt with Madhya Pradesh and Telangana. We'll look at the state of play in Rajasthan, in Chhattisgarh and Mizoram when we come back on the other side of a very quick break. Stay with us, back in a minute.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
The world of skincare is rapidly changing with new power ingredients making way. For instance, retinol can soon be passé probably thanks to bakuchiol, which does the same job as retinol with minimal side effects. Even Deepika Padukone stats it. Retinol is not well tolerated by many, causing intense sensitivity to some. Bakuchiol, on the other hand, can be called retinol's gentler cousin, which is natural, less irritating, and a vegan alternative. Deep exfoliating scrubs are now replaced with peeling pads with glycolic and salicylic acid, which is Dermat approved. I tried them and found them even better than the in-clinic peels. FCL, for instance, is specially formulated for the Indian skin.
You know, acid pads don't suit every skin. You have to take advice, professional advice, before you start using them, because some skins just react to them. And if it suits you, I think once in 2 weeks is good enough, not more frequently than that.
Natural is overrated. Everything natural is not good for your skin. Even poison ivy is natural. Does that mean you start applying or having it? No, right? If you are trying to look at natural options, look for products that are of medical grade that contain only pure, high-quality ingredients that are natural but far more concentrated to help treat and heal with myriad skin concerns. My personal favorite is vitamin C serum and an active serum that treats the skin well.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 38 and minimum 27 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 33 and minimum 27 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 34 and minimum 25 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 27 and minimum 22 degrees. Chennai, maximum 32 and minimum 26 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 32 and minimum 22 degrees.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com. You are watching India Today. Powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
Hello and welcome. You're watching our continuing coverage of the state of war. The Election Commission has announced the date of polling in 5 state elections. We're giving you updates from each of the states. Let's take a look at the headlines we're tracking. States set for the big semi-final clash before the general elections. Poll dates for 5 states out. Madhya Pradesh votes on the 17th of November, Rajasthan on the 23rd. Two-phase polls for Chhattisgarh on the 7th and 17th of November. Voting day for Telangana is the 30th of November, Mizoram the 7th of November. Counting day is the 3rd of December. Israeli forces pledge a ground invasion against the Hamas, intensify attacks on Gaza. Over 370 terrorists have been killed in Gaza. Over 100 held hostage by Hamas. Horrifying images of families held hostage emerge. Support grows for Palestine across the globe. Rallies in the US, Canada and UK backing the Hamas rally at the Aligarh Muslim University supporting the cause of Palestine. Horrifying atrocities by the Hamas. Young women abducted by Hamas. 25-year-old Israeli student abducted. German woman murdered. Her body paraded naked by the Hamas group. As terror attacks on Israel intensify, India Today is the only channel in the war zone. Fearless reportage, exclusive news breaks live on India Today.
That's the information that is coming out, that people were massacred, people were abducted, people were taken across, and it's only now that the army has been able to come in large number. Reservists have been called in.
The Election Commission has announced the schedule for 5 upcoming assembly polls for the states of Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Telangana and Mizoram. Madhya Pradesh and Mizoram will go to polls on the 7th of November, Rajasthan on the 23rd of November and finally Telangana on the 30th of November. The only state where elections will be held in 2 phases is Chhattisgarh, where polling will be held on November the 7th and 17th. Meanwhile, the counting of votes will be held on the 3rd of December for all the 5 states. The Election Commission has also added that for the upcoming assembly elections, 1.77 lakh polling stations will be set up in all 679 assembly constituencies.
ये चुनावों के तारीख का ऐलान नहीं है, इस सरकार के जाने की अंतिम तिथि का ऐलान हो गया है। चुनाव यदि 23 नवंबर को हो, चुनाव उसके पहले और उसके बाद हो। राजस्थान की जनता ने कांग्रेस पार्टी को भगाना और पूरी तरह से सत्ता की कुर्सी से नीचे उतार करके पटकना, रौंदना, पददलित करना, इसका मानस पहले से बनाया हुआ है। सिर्फ दिन गिन करके राजस्थान की जनता आज के इस तिथि की घोषणा का इंतजार कर रही थी।
मुद्दे क्या क्या रहेंगे आपके?
बेरोजगारी, भ्रष्टाचार, महिलाओं की असुरक्षा, किसानों की वादा खिलाफी, तुष्टीकरण, ये 5 ऐसे मुद्दे हैं जिन्होंने राजस्थान की वर्तमान कांग्रेस सरकार के मुंह पर इतनी कालिक पोती है कि जादूगर की जादूगरी जो है उस कालिक को पहुंचने में ही अपन जो है वो समाप्त हो जाएगी।
कितनी सीटें इस बार देखते हैं आप विधानसभा चुनाव में भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मिलेंगी?
200 सीटें देखता हूं कि 200 सीटों पर हम चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं और 200 की 200 सीटों पर कमल खिले। आज हम पूरी प्रतिबद्धता के साथ उस पर जुटे हैं।
2013 में जो सीटें मिली थी
168 सीटें मिली थी, इस बार वो आंकड़ा टूटेगा, इसके लिए मैं पूरी तरह से विश्वस्त हूँ।
सभी मतदाता भाई और बहन इस चुनाव में बढ़ चढ़कर भाग लें, उत्साह के साथ भाग लें। मैं राजनीतिक दलों से ये अपील करना चाहता हूँ कि मध्य प्रदेश शांति का टापू है, शालीनता का प्रतीक है। इसलिए चुनाव हम जरूर लड़ें, लेकिन चुनाव लड़ते समय हम व्यक्तिगत आरोप, प्रत्यारोप उनसे बचें। ये शत्रुता नहीं है, तो विचारधाराओं का संघर्ष है। कौन सी पार्टी आनी चाहिए, सब शालीनता के साथ बड़प्पन से अपनी अपनी बात कहे, सरकार अपनी बात कहे, प्रतिपक्ष अपनी बात कहे और बहुत अच्छे माहौल में मध्य प्रदेश का चुनाव हो।
सबसे बड़ा दान और सबसे बड़ा हक मतदान का होता है और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि हमारे 5 प्रदेश के मतदाता भगवान स्वरूप होता है। उनका विकास और प्रगति के प्रति, देश के वर्चस्व के प्रति प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सेवा, सुशासन और गरीब कल्याण की नीति के आधार पर पूर्ण आशीर्वाद भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ रहेगी।
मैं चुनाव आयोग को धन्यवाद करता हूं कि 17 नवंबर की तारीख मध्य प्रदेश को दी है। ये ऐतिहासिक दिन होगा मध्य प्रदेश के लिए और भारतीय जनता पार्टी का एक एक कार्यकर्ता 64,523 बूथों पर कार्यकर्ता चुनावी मैदान में उतर गया है और 17 तारीख को वो इतिहास बनाएगा इस मध्य प्रदेश के अंदर, क्योंकि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में मध्य प्रदेश की हमारी सरकार ने हमारे मुख्यमंत्री के नेतृत्व में जो काम किया है, ये काम विकास और गरीब कल्याण के आधार पर इस चुनाव में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ऐतिहासिक बहुमत से विजयश्री हासिल करेगी। मैं मध्य प्रदेश की जनता से अपील भी करता हूं कि विकास और गरीब कल्याण की ये लगातार सतत जारी रहे। इसके लिए जनता जनार्दन पुनः भारतीय जनता पार्टी को फिर इस बार भाजपा सरकार को आज मत देने का काम भारतीय जनता जनार्दन करेगी, ये मेरे पूर्ण विश्वास।
लेकिन 7 तारीख बहुत जल्दी कर दी, राजस्थान वगैरह में तो बहुत लेट है।
देखिए कोई तारीख लेट नहीं होती है, सब तारीखें अच्छी होती हैं, समय है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी तो 365 दिन 24 घंटे काम करती है, तो इसलिए 365 दिन 24 घंटे में भारतीय जनता पार्टी इतिहास बनाएगी।
कितनी सीट?
अब की बार भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार सर्वाधिक अभी तक की सीटें भाजपा जीतेगी।
कांग्रेस के नाम का पता है, आपको क्या लगता है?
खेल खत्म है, ये अभी तक घोषणा नहीं कर पाए।
तारीखें शुभ हैं, देवोत्थान एकादशी है, सनातन परंपरा में बड़ा महत्व है और जो अंकगणित है, जो ज्योतिष है, वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पक्ष में है। कार्यकर्ताओं का परिश्रम, पार्टी का संगठन, मोदी जी का नाम और काम और कांग्रेस के कुकर्म, ये सब भारतीय जनता पार्टी को जीत की तरफ अग्रसर करते हैं। देखिए, चेहरा बता चुके, प्रधानमंत्री ने जब कह दिया कि कमल का फूल हमारा चेहरा हो गया, उसके बाद सारी चीजें बेमानी है।
प्रजातंत्र विरोधी, संविधान विरोधी भारतीय जनता पार्टी और मोदी सरकार के खिलाफ, जिन्होंने भारत के संविधान, भारत के दलितों, पिछड़ों, गरीबों, आदिवासियों, महिलाओं, युवाओं, उनकी जिंदगियों को दूभर बना दिया है। महंगाई से, बेरोजगारी से, भ्रष्टाचार से इन पांचों राज्यों के लोग अब पूरी तरह से भारतीय जनता पार्टी को नकार कर साबित करेंगे कि 2024 के अंदर एक बड़ा बदलाव देश में आएगा।
बहुत अच्छी दिवाली गिफ्ट दिया है इलेक्शन कमीशन। इलेक्शन चलेगी, देश भर में समझ में आ जाएगा सबको कि पंजा का ही खेल दिखेगा सबको। ये कमल का फूल जो पाप के पानी और दलदल में खिलते हैं, उसको भी पंजा हटा देगा। और बाकी सब टीआरएस का तो सवाल ही नहीं उठता, उनका तो भट्टा वैसा भी बैठा हुआ है, वहाँ भी कांग्रेस पंजा का झंडा वहाँ उड़ेगा।
अच्छी बात है कि एक पूरा लोकसभा के और राजनांदगांव के पूरे चुनाव हो जाएंगे। मुझे लगता है कि इस बार का मतदान और इस बार के वोटिंग में फ़र्क यही दिख रहा है कि लोगों के मन में सरकार के प्रति ज़बरदस्त नाराज़गी है, आक्रोश है और सरकार को बदलने के लिए उनके मन में छटपटाहट है।
राजस्थान में हमने अपने 3 कैंडिडेट्स का तो अनाउंस कर चुके हैं और तेलंगाना का भी अनकरीब में कर देंगे और हम पूरा ताउन करेंगे कि इलेक्शन पीसफुल हो और सही इलेक्शन स्पिरिट में हो। हमने ये बात जब इलेक्शन कमिश्नर ऑफ इंडिया के तीनों कमिश्नर आए थे, चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर से भी हमने ये कहा था कि हमारी पार्टी की तरफ से पूरा ताउन होगा और हम चाहेंगे कि इलेक्शन फ्री एंड फेयर हो।
I want to spend some time on the state of Rajasthan. We'll play out the latest polling data from the Sea Voter poll for Rajasthan, which seems to suggest that the BJP has the lead, a reasonably substantive lead. It also suggests that the Congress has recovered some lost ground, but the BJP is still substantially in the lead. Dr. Sandeep Shastri, leading cephalogist, it's Lokniti, joins us. Dr. Shastri, the BJP not announcing Vasundhara Raje very clearly to be the next chief ministerial face. She is a formidable leader in the state of Rajasthan still. Do you think that this strategy could hold back the BJP's chances in Rajasthan, or do you think there is just too much anti-incumbency against the Ashok Gehlot government that regardless of whether Vasundhara Raje is announced as the next chief ministerial face or not, the BJP still has enough ammunition to push through?
I think the BJP has adopted a similar strategy in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. In Madhya Pradesh, you have a sitting chief minister who you are not projecting. And in Rajasthan, the former chief minister is not being projected. I think this is part of a clear strategy which the BJP has, which is to try and keep the decision on the chief minister to be a post-election decision in the event of its winning. And go into the election without a state face, go into the election with the...
Okay, go on.
Go into the election with the prime minister as the face of the party. They have tried this strategy earlier also. The only possible challenge with this strategy is if the parties opposed to the BJP do have a clear face declared, then the BJP faces in situations in the past where they have gone with the prime minister's face. They have won handsomely when the opposition has not had a credible face to put forward. But states where there is a visible state-level face, there has always been a challenge which the BJP has faced when it has gone without a state-level face.
Okay, let's now pivot to Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh is the one state where the Congress has hopes of being able to retain the state and come back to power? Because most Congress governments have tended to be voted out in recent years after one term, if at all. Therefore, if Bhupesh Baghel can win Chhattisgarh, it would be a big statement on the part of the Congress Chief Minister. The one man who is leading the BJP's charge on the ground is senior BJP leader from Rajasthan, who's the head of the party's campaign in Chhattisgarh, Om Prakash Mathur. He's joining us now. Om Ji Mathur speaking at this moment to my colleague Himanshu Mishra. Himanshu, take it away.
के लिए छत्तीसगढ़ के प्रभारी और बीजेपी के वरिष्ठ नेता ओम प्रकाश माथुर जी, छत्तीसगढ़ में इस बार किस तरीके की सिचुएशन देखते हैं? पिछली बार जो 15 साल से भारतीय जनता पार्टी का राज चल रहा था, 65 सीटें जीत गई कांग्रेस वहां पे, भारतीय जनता पार्टी जो है वो 15 सीटों पर आके सिमट गई। इस बार क्या आपको लगता है माहौल बदल जाएगा?
सबसे पहले तो मैं चुनाव आयोग की घोषणा का स्वागत करता हूं, और जिस प्रकार से हमने पिछले 2 सालों में भारतीय जनता पार्टी को बूथ से लगाकर, संभाग से लगाकर, जिला तक, प्रदेश तक सोशल और भौगोलिक स्थिति को ध्यान में रख करके जो व्यूह रचना बनाई, और इसके साथ साथ भूपेश सरकार के भ्रष्टाचार को गांव तक, गली तक पहुंचाया, और प्रधानमंत्री जी की गरीब कल्याण योजनाओं को लेकर के आगे बढ़े, पूरा नक्शा बदल चुका है छत्तीसगढ़ का। भारतीय जनता पार्टी आने वाले चुनाव में ऐतिहासिक बहुमत से सरकार बनाने जा रही है।
सर, एक चीज मुझे समझ नहीं आती है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी कहती है कि हम फ्री वीज के खिलाफ हैं। मध्य प्रदेश में शिवराज सिंह चौहान एलपीजी गैस के सिलेंडर पर सब्सिडीज की बात करते हैं, लाडली बहन योजना पर कहते हैं, वो तमाम योजनाओं पे जो है फ्री वीज का वादा कर रहे हैं। पिछली बार 2018 में छत्तीसगढ़ में भारतीय जनता पार्टी इसलिए नहीं जीत पाई थी क्योंकि पैडी या जो खेती थी धान की, उसका रेट बढ़ाने की बात थी, वो आपने नहीं किया, चुनाव आप हार गए। कांग्रेस ने उसका वादा किया। आप फ्रीबीज पे छत्तीसगढ़ में कोई वादा आपकी तरफ से नहीं है अभी तक, क्यों?
देखिए, ये पूरी छत्तीसगढ़ की व्यू रचना ही अलग तरह की है। अब हमने वहां इतना कुछ, हम तो हमारी जो योजना अब तक गई है, हम लाभार्थियों के माध्यम से बताना चाहते हैं कि मोदी जी की सरकार आने के बाद कोई परिवार ऐसा नहीं जहाँ कोई न कोई योजना उस परिवार में नहीं पहुंची है। और इसके साथ साथ जो बीच में धान की चर्चा की, धान में 99% पैसा केंद्र का जाता है। एक अलग तरीका वायुमंडल खड़ा किया गया, यहाँ तक कहा गया मैं पैसा बैंक से लोन दे करके देता हूँ। आप आश्चर्य करोगे कि वो लोन भी आरबीआई सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की गारंटी से देती है और पूरा पैसा सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट देती है। यहाँ तक कि बारदान का खर्चा सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट देती है, यहाँ तक कि जो उनका चूंकि टैक्स है वो भी सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट देती है। लेकिन एक विषय खड़ा किया गया, अब वो विषय जनता के समझ में आ गया, वो बिल्कुल समझ में आ गया, और हमने उसको पूरा रिपेयर कर चुके। अब वो विषय कहीं धरती पे नहीं है, धान वाला विषय नहीं है। और ये जो घोषणाएं कर रहे हैं, ये घोषणाएं धरती पे अब लागू नहीं होने वाली है, और वहां की जनता समझ चुकी है इन बात।
सर, एक चीज ये है, जिस मैदान पर आप खेलते थे उस पिच पर अब भूपेश बघेल खेल रहे हैं। जितनी हिंदुत्व की योजना हो, संघ के जितने प्रकल्प हों, वो सब तो अब भूपेश बघेल खुद ही चला रहे हैं। वो कह रहे हैं जो मैं कर रहा हूं तो फिर भारतीय जनता पार्टी की क्या जरूरत है?
वो बोल इसलिए रहे हैं कि भूल सुधार करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। उदाहरण के लिए गोठान उन्होंने शुरू की, 99% गोठान फर्जीवाड़ा है। जो गोबर में फर्जीवाड़ा करते गाय के, जो प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना में फर्जीवाड़ा करते, और हमने उनको एक्सपोज ऑन डेटा डिटेल तक उसको एक्सपोज किया, और जनता समझ चुकी है कुछ नहीं है। यानी मिट्टी मिला करके वर्मी कंपोस्ट दिया इन्होंने। तो इस तरह का एक तरह से भ्रष्टाचार नीचे तक, तो ये एकदम डर के मारे। और जब से मैं गया हूं तब से कोई ना कोई रोज परिवर्तन कर रहे। तो मैंने एक शब्द बोला था कि जहां भय होता है वहां परिवर्तन होता है। तो जिस प्रकार से हमारा नीचे तक होमवर्क हो रहा है, निश्चित रूप से उनको भय पैदा हुआ। इसलिए नया कोई ना कोई एक तरह से ऐसा एक पब्लिक को लालच देने का काम करी, वो लालच नीचे धरती पे उतरने वाला नहीं है। वहां की जनता संभल चुकी है।
सर, एक सवाल ये है, 2008 में, 13 में, 18 में आप मुख्यमंत्री के चेहरे के साथ गए, रमन सिंह को आगे करके गए। इस बार क्या हो गया कि रमन सिंह के चेहरे को आप आगे नहीं कर रहे, या पार्टी का कोई ऐसा नेता नहीं है जिसको आप कह रहे हो कि मुख्यमंत्री होगा?
देखिए, ऐसा नहीं है। पार्टी निर्णय करती है, सेंट्रल पार्लियामेंट बोर्ड निर्णय करता। ये पार्टी कार्यकर्ता आधारित पार्टी है। ये एक किसी जाति की, एक परिवार की या एक व्यक्ति की पार्टी नहीं है, एक क्षेत्र की पार्टी नहीं है। ये पार्टी का एक सिस्टम है जिसमें हमारा सेंट्रल पार्लियामेंट बोर्ड होता है। मैं कई प्रदेशों में आपको जानकारी प्रभारी रहा हूँ, आप भी कई जगह इस तरह से मेरे बहुत ऐसे प्रदेश थे जहां हमने चेहरा घोषित करके लड़े। तो ये पार्टी का निर्णय होता है। ये पार्टी खाली एक परिवार में नहीं है कि राहुल होगा, कि प्रियंका होगी, कि कौन होगा, सोनिया जी होगी। जो पार्टी अपने परिवार में सीमित है वो इसकी चिंता करे। हमारी पार्टी कार्यकर्ता आधारित पार्टी है, इसलिए कार्यकर्ता आधारित पार्टी होने के नाते हम कार्यकर्ता जो सेंट्रल पार्लियामेंट तो तय करेगा उसके अनुसार हम आगे बढ़ते हैं।
ओम जी, जब भी चुनाव से पहले आपसे बात होती है तो आप हमेशा एक चीज बता देते हैं कि लगभग इतनी सीटें हमें मिलेंगी। मुझे याद है 2017 में मैं आपका इंटरव्यू कर रहा था तो आपने कहा कि इस बार 300 पार चले जाएंगे। आप जब गुजरात के प्रभारी रहे तब आपने कहा, उससे पहले उत्तराखंड के जब प्रभारी थे तब भी आपने इस तरीके की। इस बार छत्तीसगढ़ में कितनी सीटें आपको दिखती हैं?
मेरी दूसरी लिस्ट जारी होने के बाद आ जाना, अब मैं बता दूंगा आपको।
कुछ आपका होमवर्क तो जरूर होगा।
मेरा होमवर्क पूरा है, मैं कह रहा हूँ मेरी दूसरी लिस्ट जारी होने तो मैं आपको संख्या भी बता दूंगा।
चलते चलते एक सवाल आपसे ये कि राजस्थान से आप आते हैं, वहाँ के प्रदेश अध्यक्ष रहे, वहाँ आपको क्या लगता है कि इस बार घड़ी का पेंडुलम उसी तरीके से चलेगा जैसा पिछले 2 दशक से चल रहा है, या इस बार अशोक गहलोत का जो जादू है फिर से कायम हो जाए?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी पूर्ण बहुमत से राजस्थान में भी सरकार बनाने जा रही है।
मुख्यमंत्री के चेहरे में क्या ओम प्रकाश माथुर भी नजर आएंगे?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कमल का फूल नजर आएगा।
ये थे ओम प्रकाश माथुर। कैमरामैन कृपाल सिंह के साथ हिमांशु मिश्रा, दिल्ली आज तक।
Okay, that was Om Prakash Mathur. I want to take you through the Chhattisgarh data that's come out, which seems to suggest that the BJP has a 5 voting percentage point deficit over the Congress in Chhattisgarh. As per the last set of polling done by C-Voter, the Congress, which had 68 seats in the last elections, now expected to come down to 51. Remember, 46 is the halfway mark in the state of Chhattisgarh. So still above the halfway mark, but very clearly, according to the data, the BJP seems to be recovering from the lows of 2018. A very interesting election set up in these 5 poll-bound states, and what India Today will do is to keep getting you the very latest from each of the poll-bound states. We're slipping into a quick break right now. The Election Commission has announced the date of polling. Our reporters, anchors, editors, producers, all tracking this election non-stop. No Diwali, no World Cup, at least not for us. I mean, we're a separate team doing that. We'll be tracking the polling numbers from each of the assembly states, assembly election-bound states very, very closely. So you can tune into the best coverage of the assembly elections right here on India Today. I'm slipping into a break. We'll have a lot more for you when we come back on the other side. Stay with us. We're back in a moment.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest, Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
शिवसेना हमारी नेचुरल एलाय है, राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस ये हमारी पॉलिटिकल एलाय है।
इलीगल सरकार बैठी हुई है, वो सत्ता में जयते हैं। अगर सत्य बोलो तो डराते हैं, धमकाते हैं। ऐसे देश नहीं चलता है।
राष्ट्रपति शासन लगाने का आइडिया ही शरद पवार जी का था।
No question is going with me. In 2022 June, the NCP MLAs, all 51, our desire at that time was to join a BJP-led government in Maharashtra.
All the allegations made against the NCP were politically motivated.
In this moment of tragedy, I want to say to them and to the world and to terrorists everywhere that the United States stands with Israel. We will not ever fail to have their back. We'll make sure that they have the help their citizens need and they can continue to defend themselves. You know, when I spoke with Prime Minister Netanyahu this morning, I told him the United States stands with the people of Israel in the face of these terrorist assaults. Israel has the right to defend itself and its people. Full stop. There's never justification for terrorist attacks. And my administration's support for Israel's security is rock solid and unwavering.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
The battleground is heating up and our warriors are in top form. With the World Cup in sight, India is ready as we build up to India's best coverage. Join us to cheer for the men in blue. India Mange Ek Aur World Cup, the battle of champions.
You are watching India Today, powered by Finest Be Sustainable Change, a BNP Group company.
I tape my mouth shut every night. So I'm using a tape that's actually made for this.
It's a TikTok trend that has taken the internet by storm. It has been championed by Gwyneth Paltrow and was recently revealed as a habit of the former Country File presenter Julia Bradbury. So why is everyone taping up? On social media and beyond, mouth taping is keeping people's mouths shut at night, helping them breathe through their nose. So, is this the solution to sleep problems or mouth breathing? And encouraging nasal breathing. Mouth tapes, even surgical tapes for the same, are being sold online too as anti-snoring devices. Mouth taping may be a trending sleep hack, but the science behind it is slim.
This trend of mouth taping, it's not exactly safe. We do not know. The jury is still out on whether there are any benefits or any harm. Whatever scientific evidence is there, it doesn't prove either way, and in fact most of the benefits are anecdotal.
Mouth taping's benefits have been touted for everything from the dental to the somnial. People may seal their mouth shut to prevent teeth grinding, bad breath, snoring and sleep apnea, or even to boost fitness or get a stronger jaw. But wait, isn't this risky?
Without showing a consultant, if you do this, there is always a possibility that the oxygen to the intake would reduce, and this can reduce the oxygen levels in the blood and cause dire consequences.
Surgeon doctors advise fixing the problem that is causing mouth breathing or sleep apnea instead of having a banded solution like taping up.
Mouth breathing is one aspect of obstructive sleep apnea. Obstructive sleep apnea is something when you are sleeping, your oxygen level decreases, your breathing stops for a certain amount of time, and that happens because of either nasal obstruction or obesity. So we have to treat the underlying cause, and mouth taping is not the treatment for obstructive sleep apnea or mouth breathing.
In New Delhi with Sneha Mordani for India Today.
sorry.
You're tuned in to India Today. I'm Nabila Jamal. Horrifying images, videos surfacing from Israel after Hamas attacks day 3 of this war that continues. I'm going to take you through the top images, defining images coming from the war zone. Residents at the Palestinian refugee camp in Gaza City have searched through debris and moved people out of damaged buildings after Israel launched retaliatory strikes against Hamas. Israel's military has released footage of airstrikes across Gaza along its border targeting